Gentle, beloved heart. Take a moment right now, just a tiny sliver of peace, and allow the urgency to drop away. You, beautiful Virgo, tend to analyze every step, checking the maps and compasses twice, ensuring every detail is perfectly aligned before you commit to the path. I ask you now to set down that need for verification. Trust the subtle current that brought you here. You are home. This is the sacred threshold where the universe validates the intricate, compassionate, and sometimes overwhelming path you have been traversing. Feel the profound, silent recognition that surrounds you. Your presence here is not merely a moment on the clock. It is a sacred alignment orchestrated by the highest part of your being. Think of it as a luminous signal fire lit precisely when the way felt darkest, ensuring your way home was undeniably clear. The divine architect designed this specific meeting at this specific time because the time for decisive clarity has arrived. You did not wander in aimlessly. You arrived because your wise soul whispered the exact coordinates, confirming that this message holds the precise key you need right now. We honor the immense energy you bring, the deep, earth-rooted commitment of your sign. This connection is confirmation that the quiet work you have been doing, the meticulous organizing of your inner world, the compassionate healing of old emotional wounds, the patient restructuring of your foundations, is finally being seen, recognized, and powerfully activated by the greater flow of life. Maybe you arrived with a quiet weight on your shoulders, feeling the complexity of the past weeks pressing down upon your shoulders. Understand this truth. Every shadow you walked through, every delay you encountered, was only preparing you for the brilliance that waits just beyond this week. You carry within you the innate strength of the mountain goat, navigating steep climbs with unshakable grace and absolute certainty of foot. Nothing that seemed impossible truly blocked you. It merely served to refine your footing, strengthening the muscles of your spirit. The path ahead, the one leading to the final lock-in, is now polished and ready for your steady, dependable step. Look closely at the energy of this moment, which vibrates with the number 1. It signifies pure potential, a singular focus of divine attention, and the promise of new beginnings resting upon your life right now. Allow yourself to fully receive this gratitude. We are deeply thankful that you chose to show up, fully present, ready to unlock the next phase. Breathe in this certainty. You are seen, you are known, and your highest intentions are now being woven, thread by shining thread, into the reality you are about to step into. This week holds a momentous energy, waiting to stabilize and lock in a profound shift, a deeply desired change you have been calling in for 3 moons. This alignment confirms that the preparation is complete, and the final structure is ready to be set in stone, beautiful and enduring. Set in stone, beautiful and enduring. There is no such thing as an accident in the universe's careful choreography. You are here, receiving this validation, because the divine timing decreed it so. Think of the mighty river. It does not rush randomly, nor does it carve its way through the landscape without purpose. It follows the path of perfect resonance, leading eventually and inevitably to the vast, open sea of fulfillment. This message, this very connection, found you now because your energetic frequency has finally matched its resonance perfectly, drawing it closer with the subtle but undeniable pull of alignment. This is not a casual meeting of fate. This is a precise cosmic appointment kept by your own soul. You are not wandering lost in the dark. You are standing directly before the great gate, and the heavy key of perception is humming with warmth and confidence in your hand. This is the exact sacred moment where the mist that has obscured your highest vision begins to lift completely. For so long, you may have been searching for outward signs, perhaps watching for the flash of a bright, guiding star, or waiting for the silent, intuitive signal of the lone wolf on the horizon. Yet the clearest sign of all is this quiet, deep certainty blooming right now in the center of your heart. That internal whisper is the confirmation you have sought. This week marks the powerful, irreversible opening of the portal of clarity. The obstacles you faced in the previous season, those heavy gray stones you had to move along the path, they were never meant to be permanent blockages. They were simply vital markers, defining the necessary strength and integrity of the foundation you were building beneath your feet. Now, the old narratives that kept you bound to doubt dissolve like morning dew in the midday sun. Trust that deep, ancient knowing within your bones, that intuitive gut feeling that has guided you through 3 separate periods of transition. That feeling is the truth speaking. When this portal swings fully open, the 4 powerful winds of purposeful change blow through your life, sweeping away every last particle of hesitation and the dust of doubt. You are immediately granted the elevated vision of the mighty eagle, soaring high above the highest mountain peaks, finally able to see the entire territory of your future laid out before you in perfect, breathtaking detail. This sudden clarity is the gift you earned, Virgo, and it is not an understanding that comes from struggling through 1,000 calculations. It is an immediate, beautiful download delivered directly to your soul. Everything that felt tangled, everything that seemed like an impossible knot to loosen, instantly snaps into place. This ensures that what is about to lock in before this week is through is truly, exactly, what your highest, most refined self intended all along. Look now, dear soul, look closely, because the structure of your greatest wish is not just appearing, it is stabilizing in a reality more beautiful than you dared to imagine. That reality, dear soul, is something you won't fully register with your logical mapping mind. It is a tapestry woven of pure light, and to see it, you must activate the unique sense that resides just below the surface of your meticulous scrutiny, your intuition. This is the moment where your most precious gift, your pure sensitivity, your analytical heart, the very essence of Virgo refinement, reaches its absolute peak. You are being asked now to shift your attention from the exhausting, meticulous scrutiny of the outside world to the infinite, quiet wisdom held within your very core. The subtle currents that have always guided you are no longer subtle. They are roaring with certainty, demanding your trust. Think of yourself now, Virgo, as the majestic owl. The owl does not need the harsh, glaring daylight to find its truth. It sees with crystalline clarity in the quiet dark. This week, your internal night vision is powerfully activated. The universe is not sending you spreadsheets, verifiable evidence, or complex diagrams to calculate. It is giving you a swift, certain knowing that lands softly in your center. This feeling, this absolute recognition, is the only proof you need right now. Trust the frequency you are vibrating at, not just the facts laid out before you. If a choice feels heavy, congested, or tight in your chest, even if it looks perfect, reasonable, and sound on paper, gently put it aside. If a path feels light, expansive, and effortless, even if it seems utterly illogical to the external world, step onto it with absolute certainty. Your beautiful, efficient mind wants to analyze, categorize, and count every variable one by one, ensuring absolute perfection. But this deep, locking-in energy we are discussing, this major, final alignment before the week's end, is not something that can be calculated. It resonates on the sacred frequency of the number 7. Introspection, undeniable truth-seeking, and deep spiritual connection. You are being called to skip the 6 preparatory steps of doubt and reasoning and jump straight to the undeniable knowing that resides in your soul's epicenter. Listen for the whisper. It is quieter than your doubt, but louder than any external noise or any demanding expectation. Do not worry if moments of skepticism or old uncertainty creep in, whispering old stories about needing proof or needing to fix things first. That momentary wobble is merely the ghost of the old, logical door swinging shut behind you. You are now stepping through the golden archway of pure, embodied wisdom. Any hesitation you feel is simply the final friction before the movement begins. These small moments of questioning are not setbacks. They are merely confirming that you are choosing intuitive courage over logical comfort. Every obstacle, every shadow of what if, is already collapsing, dissolving into the radiant light of your unwavering internal compass. This heightened sensitivity is the key to recognizing the divine sign that is about to appear, confirming your destiny. When you feel that gentle, decisive click in your heart, when everything aligns with an effortless ease, that feeling is your confirmation that the locking mechanism is finally engaged, ensuring true permanence and grace in the structure of your life. And to ensure you recognize this final activation, there is a specific sign you are being asked to watch for. That sign you are being asked to watch for is the sudden, beautiful realization that the next step isn't terrifying. It is profoundly foundational. You are standing directly before what we call the first door. This is not a grand, imposing gate of ancient stone, heavy and intimidating. Instead, envision a warm, wooden entryway that smells faintly of cedar and deep certainty. It is the door to the pathway of guaranteed stability, Virgo. For what feels like a lifetime, you have been diligently building structures on shifting ground, hoping desperately for permanence. Now, the universe offers you the blessed bedrock. Look closely at the handle of this door, for it is illuminated by a subtle magical glow. This is the presence of the firefly, your gentle spiritual guide in this phase of locking in. The firefly does not carry a harsh floodlight, designed to expose every flaw. It carries quiet certainty. Its mission is to tell you, look exactly where you are putting your hand. This is safe. This is home. Its luminosity is a soft, pulsating invitation to finally trust the deep foundation being laid beneath your feet, a foundation built by intention and divine timing. This stability, while deeply desired, sometimes arrives wrapped in the cloak of necessary change. And change always asks us to release what was familiar, even if that familiarity had become confining or painful. The firefly's essential silent message is simple. Breathe deeply. Truly inhale the incoming stillness, and gently exhale the lingering residual doubt about your worthiness to receive peace. To step through this door, you must actively accept that the landscape of your life is shifting, not away from safety, but directly toward profound wholeness. This radical acceptance is the single, quiet key that unlocks the lasting stability you crave. Virgo, your wise and practical soul usually feels the need to analyze every floorboard, to check the structural integrity of the ceiling before you will walk inside. But this door does not demand engineering expertise. It demands gentle, unquestioning trust. This moment marks the difference between forcing a specific outcome and gracefully receiving a blessing already granted. When the path of stability reveals itself this powerfully, it often looks simpler, clearer, and more direct than your mind anticipated. The anchoring energy you are experiencing right now is the universe proving that complexity is not the prerequisite for deep and meaningful results. Every subtle shadow you might anticipate, casting itself upon the path ahead, is merely proof that there is a brilliant, undeniable light shining directly behind you. You are being asked to use that inner luminescence, guided by the small, steady wisdom of the firefly, to walk forward without hesitation. Every single hurdle you might possibly anticipate has already been calculated and accounted for by the immensely powerful forces supporting your current transformation. This week is not about fighting tiring battles. It is about quietly settling into a victory that your soul has already achieved. You simply need to step across the threshold, allowing the rich scent of cedar and permanence to wash over you completely. The locking mechanism isn't just securing a specific opportunity, it is securing you within a powerful new realm of absolute peace. Once you step through this initial doorway, the number 3 will become intensely important, echoing throughout the coming days, whispering about collaboration and creation. Whispering about collaboration and creation. This new energy of partnership and profound creation, hinted at by the powerful vibration of the number 3, is already flowing through your vital channels, dear Virgo. You might be experiencing this immense shift in two very distinct and powerful ways right now. For some of you, the experience is manifesting as a sudden, almost miraculous lightness, an inner sensation that the heavy cloak of many months, perhaps even many years, has simply fallen away. You feel the buoyant rush of the gentle ascent, an ease in your shoulders, a clear hum in your heart that sings of absolute freedom. But beloved soul, for others, the transition might arrive disguised as a surprising internal heat, a sudden wave of unexpected anxiety, or a deep, cleansing churn within the pit of your soul. If you feel this unease, this odd irritability or desire to push away what you previously clung to, understand fully that this sensation is not a regression. You are not losing ground. You are, in fact, accelerating. The universe is performing a massive, crucial energetic spring cleaning on your behalf. You are entering a phase of necessary purification. Think of the ancient and wise serpent shedding its skin. That process is rough, confining, even intensely uncomfortable, but it is the absolute prerequisite for spectacular growth. The old container, worn thin by past experiences, can no longer hold the brilliant expansion that is currently rushing into your life. It must be released. This powerful restructuring is what we call the gentle ascent. What you are feeling is your truest self reorienting itself completely toward the magnetic north of your highest purpose. This is the energy diligently restructuring your deeply held truths, your outdated beliefs, and your internal systems for the greater good of your journey forward. Every discomfort is merely the system adjusting to a frequency that is genuinely healthier, profoundly happier, and infinitely more authentic to who you are becoming. You are rising, precious soul, much like a magnificent hawk taking silent flight from a high mountain peak. From this new altitude, the paths and relationships that seemed confusing, complex, or frustrating yesterday suddenly look clear and straight beneath you. Every piece of worry you are carrying is nothing more than the temporary dust being kicked up by the rapid, massive restructuring occurring beneath your very feet. This recalibration is sacred work, Virgo, and it is fully supported. Allow the cleansing process to happen. Do not resist the powerful urge to declutter your physical space, simplify your commitments, or speak your absolute honest piece to those who need to hear it. You are being held completely throughout this refinement. The divine architects of your life are making certain that the foundation beneath you is made of pure, strong permanence, perfectly prepared to hold the incredible, peaceful structure you are about to finally build. This feeling of being refined, of being beautifully tested, is the final tender preparation before you walk through the second, much larger doorway that awaits you this week. The door marked Total Confirmation. As you step across the magnificent threshold of total confirmation, the light shifts again, becoming intensely personal. The universal plan requires your participation, your exquisite conscious choice. You are never merely a passenger, precious soul. You are the architect of your destiny, guided by love. In this sacred space beyond confirmation, you find yourself facing not one, but three luminous, magnificent doorways, each pulsating with a frequency tailored perfectly to your highest current need. Think of them as the three mystic keys, presented by the ancient guardians of fate. The universe honors your intuition, and so you must choose not with your logical mind, but with the quiet, undeniable tremor of your heart. The first doorway glows with the deep, untamed amber of a sunset, radiating a fearless, assertive warmth. This is the door of courage. If your path ahead demands a monumental leap of faith, if you need to finally speak the powerful truth that has been waiting patiently behind your lips, or if you feel the deep, instinctual call to walk away from a structure that no longer serves your expansion, the key of courage is vibrating for you. Choosing this key means aligning yourself with the silent, majestic roar of the inner lion, guaranteeing swift, powerful movement and the immediate dissolution of paralyzing fear. This choice is for the warrior who is ready to claim their territory. The second doorway shimmers with the pale, cool blue of a vast, undisturbed mountain lake at dawn. It is utterly still. This is the door of deep peace. If the deep intention of your soul right now is quiet integration, if you yearn for the final, permanent silencing of old anxieties and restlessness, or if you seek a profound, effortless harmony in every relationship you touch, the key of peace is calling you home. This key carries the soft, comforting presence of the dove settling upon your shoulder. Choosing this key is an affirmation of internal sanctuary, ensuring that all external turbulence simply calms and flows away from your center. The third doorway sparkles with the rich, grounding green of an ancient, thriving forest, overlaid with brilliant, flowing threads of gold. This is the door of overflowing abundance. Do not misunderstand this energy, Virgo. While material blessing is certainly available here, this key connects you directly to the infinite, inexhaustible wellspring of the universe itself. If you are ready to receive dramatically more than you have ever felt worthy of, if you are prepared for a deluge of good fortune in love, resources, opportunity, and vitality, then allow your soul to reach toward the green and gold. The sacred number 3 is powerfully active in this energy, representing manifestation and the complete harmonious union between your mind, body, and spirit. Take a moment now. Breathe into the choice. Which frequency resonates deepest within your core? Which door feels like the truest reflection of the energy you need to lock in this week? There is no error here, and there is no wrong answer. The universe is not testing you. It is simply empowering you. Whatever you choose, the courage to move the mountains, the peace to settle the water, or the abundance to fill every cup, the locks of destiny are already perfectly fitted for the unique key you select. Trust the very first flicker of knowing, and simply reach out and claim the key that is already vibrating powerfully in your hand. This choice, made right now, is the final, definitive step that confirms the energy required for your next magnificent quantum leap. This choice, made right now, is the final, definitive step that confirms the energy required for your next magnificent quantum leap. And now, beloved soul, we step together across that new threshold. You are entering the sublime phase of reaping. The universe has recognized the sincerity of your effort, the wisdom of your journey, and the pure intention of your heart. Before this week closes its curtain, the divine synchronicity you have longed for will manifest with a certainty that cannot be ignored, feeling less like a sudden shock and more like the inevitable arrival of the dawn after the longest night. This synchronicity is the universe speaking the language of perfect alignment, a sequence of events so flawlessly ordered that it acts as the ultimate antidote to doubt. Picture the cosmic clock striking 12, not just metaphorically, but practically in your everyday life. Watch for the subtle, yet unmistakable confirmation, the right phone call arriving at the exact minute you were prepared to receive it, the needed resource appearing exactly when you decided to move forward, or the sudden, profound sense of inner peace that confirms you are no longer fighting the current, but gliding effortlessly upon it. This is the harvest of blessings, Virgo, and it is rich and ready. For too long, you may have stood at the edge of the field, surveying your labors, but allowing the shadow of unworthiness to cloud your sight. That obstacle, the self-inflicted wound of doubt, is dissolving now. It is dissolving because the evidence of your own innate goodness and deserving nature is becoming too loud, too bright, too tangible to be ignored. You are shedding the skin of old expectations and criticisms, emerging refreshed and radiant. The number 7 vibrates strongly in this space of confirmation, signaling spiritual completion and victory. It confirms that the cycle of planting and tending is over, and the time for gathering has begun. This incoming blessing is not something you have to wrestle into existence. It is simply here, confirming that every prayer, every intention whispered into the silence, has been heard, documented, and answered precisely on time. The universe is not withholding. It is ensuring that your cup is filled with the richest, most refined form of abundance possible. Allow yourself the immense grace of accepting this confirmation. You don't need to analyze the blessing or dissect why you deserve it. Your only work now is to open your hands and heart and say, "Yes, I am worthy of this ease. Yes, I welcome this profound synchronicity." Let the doubt melt away like morning mist under the rising sun. Look up and see the white owl flying overhead, the ancient symbol of wisdom and clear vision, confirming that the path ahead is illuminated and the outcome is locked in place. The confirmation of your inherent worthiness is the key ingredient, activating the final lock on this magnificent manifestation. What is settling in cannot be unsettled. It is now a permanent fixture in the architecture of your destiny. Get ready to step into the realized promise, because the time for merely seeing the vision is over. The time for living the vision has arrived. The time for living the vision has arrived. Living the vision requires a fundamental shift in your posture, a graceful change from the mind's careful blueprint to the heart's spontaneous choreography. Beloved Virgo, your brilliant mind is a dazzling instrument, capable of weaving intricate patterns of thought and detail. It allows you to build structures of incredible quality and reliability. That gift of deep analysis is precious, but sometimes that beautiful, finely woven net of consideration can inadvertently catch the very thing it seeks to protect: your forward momentum. Now that the manifestation is here, poised to settle, we arrive at the sacred focus, the profound necessity of releasing the need for excessive analysis and the burden of total control. This week, the universe is asking you to gently put down the reins. You have labored beautifully, creating the conditions for this success. The preparation is done. The foundation is flawless. You do not need to micromanage the unfolding of this magnificent chapter. Trying to force the final details, attempting to predict every ripple effect, or endlessly dissecting the possibilities only creates subtle friction against the mighty river of blessing that is already flowing directly toward you. Imagine you are holding a sacred shimmering key so tightly in your fist that your hand cramps. You cannot effectively turn the lock until you consciously relax your grip. The instruction now is simple and radical. Release the need to know every single future step before you take the first step forward. Your true power does not reside in the flawless strategic plan. It resides entirely in your intentional, aligned action. Your sacred focus must be anchored deep within your heart center. When the heart is your compass, the mind serves as a supportive map reader, but it is no longer the demanding captain. Think of the mighty oak tree. Its unwavering strength is not found in the perfect symmetry of its leaves, the tiny details, but in the deep, unshakable root system that connects it to the earth. That root system is your centered, aligned heart. When you move from this place of deep internal quiet and certainty, every step is protected, every decision is inherently supported, and the process unfolds with grace. This heart space is the 0 point, the truest alignment of your soul's geometry. It never lies. To allow this magnificent promise to fully lock into your reality, and it will lock in before this week is through, you must grant it permission to arrive imperfectly by the standard of the analytical mind, yet perfectly by the standard of the soul. Let the process be intuitive. Let the alignment guide the pace. When the heart leads, the practical aspects follow as a supportive shadow, never as a demanding master that stalls your progress. This shift in perspective, this sacred focus on centered movement, is the final breath of preparation required. Drop the heavy cloak of perfectionism and the need to guarantee the outcome. Step forward, light on your feet, guided only by the radiant warmth in your chest. The door is not merely open for you. The deep mechanism is already engaged, awaiting the gentle, assured touch of your confident, undefended heart to seal the final contract with destiny. That gentle, assured touch you are feeling now, that easing of the internal resistance, is the final, undeniable confirmation you have been seeking. You do not need to analyze the mechanism anymore. You simply need to trust the deep, quiet knowing that lives within your own spirit. This is the moment to stop pushing against the currents and to start allowing the current to carry you toward the shore of certainty. Look closely at the subtle language the universe is speaking to you. The cosmos often communicates through sacred geometry, through the ancient, perfect whispers of numbers. Virgo, I want you to be exceptionally mindful of the sacred vibration of the number 7 before this cycle concludes. 7 is the universal signature of completion, not just achievement, but the integration of spirit and matter, the perfection of a cycle of learning and growth. When you encounter the 7, be it in a time that catches your eye, a sequence that repeats itself, or a simple count that feels intuitively significant, know that it is the direct, sovereign stamp of divine alignment placed upon your journey. It is the universe confirming with absolute certainty. Yes, it is done. This confirmation is the sound of your intuition being finally validated. Stop doubting the soft, resolute voice that has been quietly guiding you through the chaos. That sudden certainty about the direction forward, that unwavering peace that washes over you when you think of this desired outcome, that is the truth rising. That feeling is your inner wisdom correctly identifying the very moment the lock turned. What you have been asking for, the clarity, the resolution, the resource, the alignment to your highest purpose, it is not floating in limbo anymore. It has descended into physical reality. It has grounded itself within your timeline. It is secured. The mechanism we spoke of earlier, the one engaging with destiny, it is not merely active. The final, decisive click of the tumbler has sounded. This locking in is permanent. This is not a temporary placement or a trial run that might dissolve under pressure. Imagine a great, ancient oak tree finally settling its roots deep into fertile, sustaining soil after years of being uprooted by storms. This confirmation feels like that deep, undeniable settling. It removes the profound need for constant, exhausting vigilance. You can truly breathe out the deep tension you've been holding in your shoulders, perhaps for months, maybe even years. This closure allows the energetic leakage to stop, securing your power within this new reality. The door behind you is now gently sealed, not to keep you trapped, but to protect the pristine, powerful energy of this new cycle you are now fully inhabiting. Your request is now woven irrevocably within the framework of your highest destiny. Accept this deep truth without complication. The only thing this moment requires of you now is a profound, pure wave of gratitude, knowing that the universe always, always honors its commitments to the soul that seeks its highest truth. You have crossed the bridge, dear one. The gratitude you feel now is the deepest key, unlocking the final golden door of acceptance. This powerful transformation we speak of is not scheduled for a future date. It is vibrating beneath your feet in this very second, shimmering within the air you breathe. You are no longer waiting for the butterfly to emerge. You are the butterfly, stretching magnificent wings that were forged in the quiet darkness of the chrysalis. Look back only to honor the immense resilience of the self that navigated those shadows. But step forward now and claim the light that is undeniably yours. This monumental shift is permanent. It is sealed not by external forces, but by the undeniable foundational strength residing deep within the core of your sacred essence. Trust this internal strength implicitly. It is an inexhaustible wellspring, fed by every lesson learned and every mountain climbed, even the small hills you ascended when you thought you couldn't take another step. You do not need to meticulously plot every single mile of this new path, Virgo, for the universe has already laid out the comprehensive blueprint for your highest good. Your only profound task is to loosen the grip of needing to control the wind, and instead, trust the invisible current that is guiding your sail toward the shore of certain success. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a great, calm ocean, holding a perfect, clear crystal. That crystal is your unerring intuition. When you finally release the weight of fear and worry, the pure water flows in, and the crystal shines brilliantly, illuminating the exact next step, even if the path stretches far into the gentle mist. This intuitive wisdom is the strength that never fails you. It is the steady hand, the silent guardian, the powerful lion of faith ensuring the delicate deer of your deepest dreams arrives safely at the meadow of undeniable manifestation. As you accept this powerful, lasting lock-in, remember that your magnificent journey is not just solely for you. The profound strength you have cultivated, the quiet faith you have demonstrated, is a necessary beacon for others. We are all profoundly linked, spiraling together in the great cosmic loop, the figure 8 of infinity that promises continuous renewal. When you choose to shine brightly, you automatically offer a potent flicker of light to another soul who might still be searching in the dark corners of doubt. Share your story, not as a boast of achievement, but as a humble testament to the enduring fact that grace always follows the deepest night. Speak your truth quietly. Live your joy loudly. Let your life itself be the tangible, undeniable proof that light prevails, and destiny is always, always honored. My blessing rests upon you now, wrapped securely in the warmth of the unconditional love that surrounds you always. Let go of the final, brittle threads of doubt. Everything that was meant to settle this week has settled. The energies are locked. The commitment is sealed. Embrace this new stability with the gentle confidence of one who knows they are deeply and irrevocably loved by the cosmos. Breathe in this deep peace. Breathe out the last vestiges of the past. You are safe. You are powerful. You are ready. Claim this total alignment now. Whisper the single word, yes, into the ether, and anchor this sacred moment forever within your highest destiny. Go now, dear soul, and shine your brightest light,